Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us and watching this video today. I am here with Danya Al-Alawi, who has been with this company, New Earth, since I think 1990 and has been a huge advocate for gut health. And today we want to talk about enzymes. But Danya, if you would like to provide a little more background about yourself and your history with us and your passion for gut health and probiotics, enzymes, and superfoods, real briefly before we get started, that would be perfect. Thanks for joining.
Sure. As you said, I've been with New Earth since 1990 as a consumer for about 2 years, and then I started to promote the products because of what they've done for my health. I always grew up with a compromised digestive system and had, as a result, health issues. And by age 21, I was just a basket case. I was on many medications, taking a lot of supplements. And basically, as I learned more and more, read more and more about gut health, it became so important for me to address the digestive system and its health first. And sure enough, most of my health issues went away. And the more I read, the more I understood that the first line of defense is always your gut health, your digestive system. So anyone that's looking for good health should always start by looking at gut health first, and then everything else will fall into place. So I was very pleased to be part of New Earth. I was introduced to many gut support products and never looked back from there on. I've
Awesome.
been
Well,
taking your products for years now.
I have too. And, before and, you know, uh, a long time ago, probiotics and enzymes were some of the first additions to our product lines. And I've always been taking them, before I really had much understanding really of what they were doing. I know probiotics were friendly bacteria and enzymes were for digestion and assimilation of nutrients from the foods that we eat, and have always felt pretty good. I started at probably a younger age in my own life than perhaps you did, but today we're here to talk about digestive enzymes. And so let's move right along. Danya, I've got a handful of questions to ask you that I think you've reviewed, but let's start with the very basics. What are enzymes?
My favorite topic. Enzymes are protein. They're also catalyst. And by catalyst, I mean it's something that makes something else work efficiently. Catalysts are, they create chemical reactions in the body, and they fine-tune the metabolic functions in the body. Everything in the body is supervised by, run by, helped by a catalyst, and that would be enzymes. So there is almost a health professionals advocate that there is about 100,000 types of enzymes, and some say it's well beyond that. And what I wanted to, when talking about enzymes, you need to understand that there's 2 types of enzymes that we need to understand and learn about. The first type is metabolic enzymes, and these are enzymes that we're born with. Health professionals say that we call these our bank of enzymes. We can't get them from an outside source. We're just born with them. And the second type of enzymes would be food enzymes that we get from raw foods. So these are the 2 types of enzymes that's very important that we understand, and understand their importance in functioning healthy body.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then moving along, we'll say then, and and you had mentioned that we get enzymes from our food. Sometimes yes, and sometimes not so much. But so that leads me to the other question, or the second question here is, why is it important to supplement with enzymes?
And that's really important to understand because what we read in health books, in magazines, in articles, that it's very important to take supplements, vitamins, and minerals. But I hardly read anything about enzymes, even though enzymes are the most well researched. It's the most written about in scientific books, but we as average people don't hear about it. Lately, there's been more and more articles written on enzymes. There's only like 3 or 4 books written on enzymes and its importance. Um, when we well, let's take a look at how most people eat today. Most people eat cooked foods today. So you get up in the morning and you're having cereal or sandwiches or eggs. All of these are cooked foods. And when you cook a food, you render the enzymes in raw foods to become inactive. There's many other reasons why enzymes in foods become inactive, but mainly because we cook foods. So then when we look at lunch, most people are eating sandwiches, most people are eating cooked food, rice, salmon. And when you cook a meal, when you cook food, you lose its enzymes because heat deactivates the enzymes. Heat beyond 112 degrees Fahrenheit makes the enzymes inactive. So we don't cook food at that level. We cook it at 300 or 400 degrees. So most of the enzymes at the end of cooking a meal is lost. So what would be the consequence of living on cooked foods all the time without eating raw foods to replenish the enzymes that we need, without taking supplemental enzymes to replenish these enzymes? There's going to be a slowdown of the metabolic functions in the body. We may lose energy, we start feeling not well, and we always say, well, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't have energy. I sleep, but I get up in the morning lacking energy. And most often, you could be lacking in minerals and vitamins, but rest for sure, it's going to be lack and deficiency of enzymes in the body. And that is from eating a lot of cooked food. So it's very important that when we eat a cooked meal, that we supplement with digestive enzymes so that we can replenish the need for enzymes on a daily basis.
Okay, yeah, and that actually dovetails perfectly into the other question is when should they be consumed? That is enzymes, supplemental enzymes. And you said with cooked meals.
Yeah, anytime we eat cooked meal, we have to take our enzymes. So digestion would be efficient, would be perfect. Assimilation of foods will take place. Elimination of foods will take place. So you take it with any cooked food or processed food. Processed food would be something like bread. So anytime you eat a sandwich, you need to take your enzymes with that. Um, so basically with any cooked or processed food.
Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that enzymes help your body expend less energy trying to break down and assimilate foods that we eat. I think one of the common experiences that people have when beginning to supplement cooked meals with enzymes is that they notice less of an energy slump afterwards, or better energy afterwards. Kind of the afternoon nap time that a lot of people experience after eating a big lunch, and for a lot of people that's the biggest meal of their day. And it's hard to be productive at your desk sometimes, but a lot of people notice better energy after consuming these kinds of meals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then Well, then, next question is then what are the most important factors? Because I know you've done a lot of research on this, but what are the most important factors when choosing an enzyme supplement? And of course, this is a loaded question because here we are with New Earth.
Well, when you go to a health food store and you're buying a supplement, an enzyme supplement, you could get confused because some supplements are plant-based enzymes. Some supplements would say pancreatic enzymes. Some supplements would say fruit-based enzymes like pineapple. So which one would you choose to assist and get better digestion of your foods? Plant-based enzymes are the best because they can work at any pH level in the stomach. So their range of their ability to digest foods is very high. So whether the fluids in your gut is acidic or whether it's alkaline, these enzymes, the plant-based enzymes, will always work. And New Earth enzymes are all plant-based enzymes. The second criteria is enzymes are useless without minerals. So enzymes require organic minerals to work in the body. So when you're buying your enzymes, if you just see enzymes, plant-based enzymes with magnesium or with zinc, these are no good because they're inorganic minerals. But the beauty of the enzymes that New Earth has is that they microblend it with a mineral-rich food, just like microalgae, for example. Microalgae is very high in minerals, so it ends up supporting the enzyme supplement. Now you have a complete package that goes in the gut. You've got your enzymes, you've got your organic minerals that come from the microalgae. And that way it starts to work immediately on breaking down the foods and digest it well.
Awesome. Then my last question is here. Then so when you approach people in recommending enzymes, how do you go about that when you're talking about New Earth enzymes?
Well, I believe in education. To me, it's not a sales approach. It's an education approach. When I'm interacting with somebody who has health issues, lacking energy, or any type of health issue, we always start by trying to educate them about gut health. And so I send them a list of questions. I want to learn about their health background. They email me back and they respond to the questionnaire that I sent them. By the third or the fourth email, we've created rapport because they get the sense that I'm trying to give them good education. And everything, when you talk about gut health and when you talk about food enzymes, plant-based enzymes, probiotics, it makes sense to people. It makes sense that your first line of defense is your gut. This is where everything happens.
Mm-hmm.
You digest foods, you assimilate food, you eliminate food. Most of the metabolic functions is supported by a good, healthy gut. So basically, by the third or fourth email, we've created rapport. They're more willing to listen to my recommendations and accept them. And they get started on the supplement program. And the first 2 weeks, I put them on the probiotics and the enzymes. And it's sort of preparing their gut for other supplements, food supplements like algae or mushrooms. And that becomes a complete line of good supplements that would support the gut and everything else in the body.
Awesome. Well, yes, thank you. You've done this for a while, and you articulate it so well and make it for lack of a better term, digestible. So maybe could you tell us what kind of information you lean on? Where would you point people or other associates to learn more, where they would have more at their fingertips to share with people that they've engaged with in order to educate prospects or people that don't know New Earth yet about enzyme supplementation?
Well, the New Earth has a terrific website on gut health. So when you go to and find out about the nutritional facts of enzymes, you will have links that would lead you to articles and information on gut health. So the website you created is an educational website too. People can find all that information in there. Now, if they're trying to get a health professional book to learn about enzymes, I always recommend this book. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah.
Enzymes, The Fountain of Life. And
Enzymes, the fountain of life. Okay.
it's written by 3 medical doctors. I love this book because it talks to me as an average person. I'm not a health professional, so I want to understand what enzymes is all about. And this is a book that's easy to understand. So I recommend a couple of books for people to read. Whether they do or not, I've done my job. I've given them the website from New Earth to learn articles, read articles, and I've given them educational materials like these books. And from there on, most people will take charge of their health and get educated, and they become consumers for life, because there's no one product that would impact the health more positively than food enzymes, plant-based enzymes. That's all in the New Earth products.
Awesome. Well, then let's leave it there, because I think that's a perfect close. Danya, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today and making this recording available. So we'll be on Success Lab in a couple, actually next week, or actually, I'm sorry, week after next. So again, thank you for joining us. Thank you everybody for watching tonight or whenever you're watching this. And Danya, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.